Hello everybody, welcome to a brand new Transformers review. It is me, John, or Nosy, and I'm back for a Transformers review. It's been a little while, but let's get straight into this, shall we? So, as you can tell by the title page, I'm indeed doing a review on one of my recent pickups, and it is of none other than Studio Series Kup. Stay tuned for the review. And here's Kup in all of his glory. This is pretty cool. It's a bit of a bitch to get it into this mode. I'm just going to let you guys know that. Mostly because the instructions aren't exactly clear. They're not really clear. There's like a motion I will show you when I transform him. There's like a motion with the arm, and it swivels a little bit. And unless I didn't really notice it properly in the instructions, but it only kind of said to do one thing and then put the arms outwards. It didn't really say anything about rotating that extra bit, because you need to rotate something for it to flushly go in there, you see. These side bits are where the arms go in this mode. And yeah, it didn't actually say that. I actually had to watch another guy's video on YouTube, and I was like, what's going on? The arms aren't fitting in there. But anyway, so let's move on. So he's finally in this mode, and it is a nice mode. It is a nice mode. It's very reminiscent to his 86 movie character, whatever, alt mode, whatever, it looks awesome. You can definitely tell and identify that this is indeed Kup. And yeah, I love Kup. He's a great character, one of my favourite characters out of the 86 movie. He's kind of like the granddad of the group. He's been around a bit. He's been around for, I don't know, he's literally one of the oldest Cybertronians during that movie. And so he's a very old bot, so he was very much kind of like the granddad of the group. And Hot Rod was giving him a bad time of things. Hot Rod was a bit of a, oh, look at me, I'm great kind of thing. And this guy wanted to bring him down a few pegs and give him some respect for his elders and things like that. But yeah, I really do like it. It's a nice alt mode, nice Autobot symbol on the front there, and also another two either side of the truck. And yeah, it's like a Cybertronian pickup truck, which I believe is what he is. And yeah, pretty darn cool. So let's transform him, shall we? Well, before I do that, I just want to show underneath. Yeah, you can tell their legs, and you can tell there the arms. It's quite well, it is pretty well shoved in there. Once you understand what exactly you're supposed to do, yeah. But yeah, so that's literally how it looks like underneath. But yeah, it's clean enough. I don't really look underneath Transformers that much. I mean, it looks pretty convincing enough. But anyway, so let's just prise this apart, pull the arms off. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. You can actually pull his arms and his legs off, which is obviously for the movie, because obviously Kup, he gets injured and Hot Rod fixes him. So, just do that, just prise those arms off like that, and then these panels fold like that. And then you can just, yeah, side panels, isn't they? So these side bits, you prise them off the front of where the wheels are, there. These bits on the sides, they just unpeg, and then you can then bring them back. They're on like a pivot joint thing here, see there? And they just come down and just rest, and that completes back there. Yeah, these bits of the leg you got to pull up. When you're transforming it into this alt mode, you see, it pivots like that. So you need to reopen the leg and then strain it up, then pop it back down like that. And then you do the same thing the opposite way when you're transforming it into the alt mode. You kind of do that, bend it, and then click it back down. It's a little bit involved. It is a little bit involved. Nothing wrong with that per se. It's a confusing bot at times, and bits pop off him, which I will get onto in a moment, which is very annoying. So now the arms will come out of the sides like this. Okay. Now this is the swivel I was talking about a moment ago. See the way the shoulder blade is, the way it is, that there, you kind of pull the arm up, and then it rotates round. So let me try and show you. So as you can see there, yeah, it rotates back into position like that. So you've got to rotate it and into position. And the instructions, I don't think it really showed that very well. And if you don't do that, the arms won't fit into place in the alt mode. So you've got to make sure that's done correctly. Now the rest of him, bring him upright like that. Bring in the wheels like that, and then bring down these arms and peg them into the sides, twist around the head, and then this backpack bit, it just kind of folds up like this. So you fold it up, and then the two pegs on the back, they just post into there, but you've got to make sure you get it done, you do it right, otherwise for some reason it has a tendency of not pegging back in. It's annoying, this transformer, it really is. It's one of the most annoying figures, and I don't say that very often. I'm quite level-headed with them, but my god, this one's annoying. He's back into his robot mode. So here he is in robot mode. Obviously he comes packaged in robot mode, but I decided to start the review off of him in alt mode. Yeah, he is a nice bot. He really is nice. It's got light piping. I can't really show you properly, but it has got light piping a little bit, because if you put it to the light, it does, his eyes light up, which is very nice to see. He is a very nice, I actually really like him in his robot mode. His robot mode is my favourite. It just is a really, really nice representation of 86 movie Kup. He is a really nice figure. All the proportions are nice. He's a nice figure. It's Kup. What more can I say? It's Kup. The only things that really annoy me with this figure, like I said, it's fiddly as hell. Mostly because, for some reason, if you don't line things up right and things like that, his backpack won't go in properly. It's also because the wheels as well, they're not very good wheels. They're kind of like the wheels pop off. And I will show you they can pop off. They just pop off. they're on this really basic toy structured peg. I don't know if you can see it there, look. And, you know, we're in 2021 and we're still using that method for a rolling wheel, which is just a basic little peg and then a real cheap wheel put on it. Yeah, and it just pops straight back out again, look. And everything just pops off this twat. You know, it is infuriating. Also, while his arm is off again, you can pull off these, because obviously, you know, he lost, you know, because it's reminiscent, you can pull these off, you can pull his legs off, you know, you can do all that stuff with him, but it's very annoying because it really does hinder the transforming side of it. It really doesn't take much for you to pop a joint off, and it is infuriating. But it is a nice figure. It looks nice. It's just an infuriating experience to transform it, because it's like going back to that period where they, like Hasbro or whatever, were producing figures that were pretty bad quality with like plastic quality. Yeah, the plastic isn't too bad on this. It is good, and obviously you got really nice detailing on it, as you can see. You know, on his chest there, really nice detailing. But it's just that I get why they're doing that, where his arm can come off and his leg can come off. It's just a little playful thing that in the movie, you know, he lost his arm, he lost his leg and whatever. So I get the point of that, I do. But was it necessary for the figure? I don't think so. But it's a nice representation of the character. He looks really nice. The head sculpt's nice. The detailing, the proportions, the colour palette. You see, you've got that like bronze colour there on his wrists, and you've got this like a more lighter green than the darker green than the greys. You know, and the Orbot symbol on the chest. You know, it's a very nice figure. You can tell and identify it is indeed Kup. I really, really like the figure. Like, as a display piece, it looks nice. It's nice. It's just, unfortunately for me, I just don't like the idea that things just don't seem to want to go back into place properly, and it's very annoying. Like, the backpack won't keep pegged in properly. If, you know, trying to transform it, the arm will just come off the actual... I'm a bit concerned that over time, the more you transform this thing, you could end up breaking it completely, because there are only little pins in there, and I generally believe, or I think that over time, the more you transform this thing, it's just not going to last, if you know what I mean. It's that kind of experience when I was transforming it. Other people might have a different experience to me. This is my review, and I'm being honest. I'm being honest with it because, you know, I'm always honest about figures, and I'm usually very open-minded with a toy. End of the day, it's a toy. But I'm just thinking that, you know, these figures are getting more expensive just for a deluxe. I mean, this thing cost about 15-20 quid, brand new. And just to think that they're using that really outdated method again for the wheels, they're just two wheels on a little sprocket thing, but it's one of those basic plastic sprockets, and it just pops off and pops back on again. I'm like, what's the point of that? Why do I want to pop his wheels off? Why couldn't they have used, like, on other figures, like, a similar thing? I understand, you know, the transformation and everything, but it's just... It's a nice figure. I can forgive certain aspects of it. It's a very annoying experience to transform it. Like, bits come off, his arms pop off the joints, and then obviously you've got the bits that are meant to be able to pop off. But yeah, so be very careful with this figure because you could lose a limb. Quite literally, you could lose a limb. And then you could obviously lose... it could, over time, maybe... It could have maybe stress-related problems on the joints there. And he'll be broken. Well, anyway, so let's do some articulation, shall we? It's ball joint, swivel, forearm swivel where it pops off, and then you've got a nice elbow movement, and then you've got there's the fist. No, actually that's weird. Unless it's really stiff on mine. No, that doesn't actually move. Head is on a slight ball joint and swivel. There's no... Oh, yeah, there is. Yeah. Waist articulation, and then nice that bend of a knee there, and it swivels. And then you've got a little bit of a pivot there again in the foot. Then he comes with two accessories. This is his blaster, which is nice. Similar light green colour to his light parts on the figure himself. And I believe this is either a grenade or a radio thing. I've no idea what the hell this is. Or it's like his beacon thing. I don't know what it is. It's a bit weird. Yeah, it looks a little bit like it could be a radio or something. Or it could be, he was doing like traffic, wasn't he? In the movie, he was doing like there was roadworks or something, and Hot Rod smashes through it. So I'm thinking that could be a reference to that. And there we are. Yeah, don't get me wrong. You know, it is a nice looking figure, nice representation, nice up-to-date version of Kup. I just think the transformation is a bit annoying, mostly because everything pops off him. And it's very annoying because you're trying to transform him, and then something pops off one of the actual brackets, and then the actual bits that are designed to pop off as well. So it's a very annoying experience to transform it. So I don't think I'm going to transform this guy ever again. I think he's just going to be a nice display piece. I'm happy to have him. I'm glad that I bought him. I'm not regretting getting him. I've always wanted to... I mean, I've always liked this character anyways. You know, he's a good character in the movie. And it's Kup, for crying out loud. So, but, yeah, I just think, you know, a little bit of annoying experience transforming him. But yeah, this is definitely the nicer of the two modes. I really do like his robot mode. It's very nice indeed. That's my new review. So stay tuned. More reviews coming. I've got some more Studio Series figures to review. So more new figures that I got recently. Reviews will be coming very soon. So thank you for your patience. Thank you for your support on the channel as always. Stay awesome. Stay safe. And see you soon, people. Bye-bye.